Hey guys, it's that time, pick a story, where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is have you guys pause the video and see which deck is resonating with you. And you can go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. All right. We have the 7 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the King of Wands, the Ace of Coins, the Queen of Swords, overall energy, 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. All right, so I kind of feel like there's been a lot of anxiety. I feel like you've been looking for answers, but you can't find any. Like you're seeing nothing. I don't know. It just kind of feels like, things are out of focus for you. And maybe this is also something literal. Maybe there are some sort of eye issues going on. But I feel like this is maybe dealing with a lot of anxiety and emotions. And something seems complicated or confusing. And I don't know, something is kind of like dyslexic I'm getting. I don't know if this is about like really being dyslexic, but I feel like this is like dyslexia in regards to you having the answers in front of you, or everything is in front of you, everything that you need to resolve some sort of issue, but the pieces aren't coming together for you. I feel like you're having a hard time figuring out too, like what your next move is going to be. And it just seems like there's been a lot of disappointment and heartache. I feel that, I kind of feel like you're beating yourself up about some things too. Like maybe you are your own worst enemy, or you're being like a bully to yourself, or pointing fingers at yourself. I'm also getting that there is a hollowness or emptiness to your soul. So I don't know if you are feeling just kind of, jaded with things. Or maybe that's what's bothering you, is that you do feel empty, but you don't know why. I feel like there's just a lot of heavy emotions that you're navigating, and just kind of like having to swim through murky waters. Like everything's murky and slowing you down. Could be mental fog. I feel like there's restlessness. There's a lot of confusion. I feel that your judgment is likely off as well, because you're so emotionally invested in certain things, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Like I just feel like you're having a hard time making decisions, because you're emotionally drained. And then there's that empty feeling again, like we're feeling lost. And it could be something happening where you feel like I quit, like I give up, I can't figure it out, or I don't know what to do, or, and it's just like this feeling of being lost. If this is talking about a relationship, maybe there is a sense of loss, not knowing where it's going, Maybe you can't quite put your finger on why the relationship isn't working. Even if something like looks good on paper, or if somebody is verbally communicating with you and it's still not working, it just seems like there is this emptiness. It's just something missing. Career, same thing. Maybe your heart isn't in it, or maybe you just aren't passionate about what you do for a living. Maybe work isn't fun anymore. Maybe some certain employees are gone, or coworkers that you used to vibe with, and they're just not there anymore. If you work for yourself, maybe there is a feeling of emptiness in what you do. But I feel like you're on a journey, and you just, I don't know. It's like you're kind of like lost on your journey. You're like, I lost my path. I don't know where I'm going. Something may have distracted you at some point, and you took a wrong turn or followed the wrong instincts, or it's just, and now you're just kind of like, how did I end up here? I do feel that there is someone on your journey or on your path that you might run into that is going to give you some sort of direction. I don't know. This person feels like they're going to guide you. I kind of feel that something has gotten to the point where it's time for one of your spiritual guides to manifest in human form. So I don't know if they're going to jump into somebody's soul and just kind of like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like you are maybe in despair. And, it's like, hey, okay, time to send in the big guns, like, go help so and so. So I feel like your guide is being sent to you. Whoever this person is, it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If not, maybe they have like a fiery energy or other fire placements, but they might have like this fiery energy. They might be very passionate or bold. They could be very motivational in a sense. But I just feel like this is someone that might come into your life and help get you back on track. Maybe this person is coming with an opportunity for you that they know is going to, lift your spirits or encourage you or inspire you. So, yeah, I feel like something's going to manifest to get you back on the right track, like one of your spirit guides or something. I feel like you're also needing to maybe like speak, or just be more vocal. Maybe your throat chakra's been blocked. Maybe you've been holding back. Seems like you at some point are gonna like put your foot down and stand up for yourself or fight back. And then it also seems like you're gonna have clarity. There also may be something significant in regards to an air sign that is in your life or might come into your life. Okay, I'm seeing kind of like cuts on a person, but it could be like a tattoo, or it could be an injury. It also could indicate that someone has to have surgery or have something removed. In a love situation, there may be something going on where there's a third party involved. There's some other secrets. Maybe you've been having a hard time seeing something for what it is. Also could be involved with, you could be involved with more than one person and just feel confused. Like you don't know who's the best person for you. Maybe you don't want to make the same mistake that you made in the past, but you might find yourself in a similar situation again. You also might have so many options available to you that you just don't know what route to go on, or what option to choose, because it's like something is like sensory overload. I also feel that something is being like camouflaged, so it's kind of like hidden in plain sight. I looked up and saw my shirt. Shut up. No. But yeah, I kind of feel like something is like camouflaged, and that is why you're having a hard time putting some sort of pieces together. Something that's just like hard to see. And it could be that somebody is military. Could be that somebody is military. And somebody is just very strategic and very good at covering up their traces, or they're good at something, which is why maybe it's been hard for you to figure somebody out. Or if somebody is watching you from a distance, or you've been interacting with this person, unbeknownst to you, this person is maybe very good at how they disguise themselves. Maybe, you thought somebody was just like a friend that you've been socializing with. Turns out that you've been socializing with either an ex or socializing with someone who is into you, but you wouldn't know that because they're not who they appear to be. They're using a fake handle, or, it definitely maybe has to be a situation where you don't know this person in person, for them to be able to hide the way that they are, or confuse you. Now, this also could be from the perspective of somebody who is feeling some type of way about you, feeling just confused and sad, or somebody who misses you and longs for you, but and they don't know why. They're confused why they have these feelings about you. But at the same time, this person is being very passive or confusing in their approach, or they haven't done it yet because they just have not figured out how to approach you. It's possible that somebody maybe feels like they don't know how to be themselves around you, or they feel like they have to be someone else for you to be into them. Somebody definitely could be throwing off your senses. Like it's making me think of someone who is just like naturally intuitive and can easily sense or detect something, but then someone goes and smears something all over themselves, and it's just kind of like, wait a minute, I'm getting two scents here, or I'm getting two energies here, and I don't know why. And it is because what you initially feel is there, or you're detecting the right thing, but they've got it camouflaged. So it doesn't just have to be a person, it can be a whole situation where something is just like throwing off your spidey senses. You could be depressed about your living situation. Maybe there is something sad is going on in your home. Maybe you have to leave where you live and find someplace new. It just seems like there could be something sad going on under your roof, or just like dealing with your living situation. And then too, it just looks like there's a sadness because you have to let something go even though you don't really want to. Either a job, person, or, relationship. It just seems like you have to let something go and you don't really want to. But you also know that something's for the best. Feels like there is something, there's a couple of things. Somebody is like hiding how they feel. They're covering up their emotions. Now, I do see like a relationship, or someone is like in a relationship, but they really don't want to be in it. They're really depressed in this relationship. But at the same time, they feel obligated to stay in it or protect it. Someone might be staying in a relationship out of guilt. Um, I feel like someone secretly wants to leave their relationship. I feel that something is going on with what you identify as security, a secure foundation. There's a lack of it in your life. It could be finances, it could be emotional support. But it's like whatever you need to have in your life as a foundation, whatever you need to stand on, like something's wrong with your foundation. Something also may have been established. Something was established out of sadness. I don't know. I just feel like the base of a foundation is depression or sadness. And it's like, okay, let's deconstruct this and let's build on a foundation of happiness. So I don't know, something seems like it's being built on or standing on a foundation of depression or sadness. I just kind of feel like this fire energy is coming to teach you something. Teach you something about yourself, or coming into your life to awaken some sort of ability or skill that you have. There is something within you that's been lying dormant. And so someone is coming into your life to awaken what's been dormant. It's kind of like they came to ignite something. It's like, okay, I'm just coming to ignite this light within you and help you get through this, or help you get from point A to point B. Yeah, I just kind of feel like somebody is coming to inspire you. Something also this can also be like you were watching a movie or an interview or listening to a song, and something might really enlighten you, and it might be just the thing you needed to see or hear. It kind of makes me think like somebody who's looking for gold, or somebody who's gold mining. And it's just like, I'm not finding anything. Like, it's only dirt here. And then all of a sudden you find like a little gold nugget, and you're like, oh my God. Like, I knew it was something here. Like, that maybe there's more. Maybe I was too far, digging too far this way or that way, and I should keep going this way. I'm closer now. So I just kind of feel like something's revealed to you. You're going to get some kind of physical manifestation of something that you needed, and it helps you to keep going and gives you clarity. I also feel that maybe someone is maybe having to experience what it's like not to have something in order to appreciate when they have like a diamond in front of them. Like, I feel like somebody had to miss it at first. So relationship wise, maybe somebody had to miss you to realize what they had. Or don't ask me why. I don't know why it works that way. But I just kind of feel like maybe somebody's blinders are coming off now that you've been gone. And not even necessarily like the grass, they thought the grass was greener. Just more so like, I don't know. It's just like something gets triggered once you're no longer around. This also could be the way you are feeling about somebody. Yeah, I kind of feel like in general, somebody had to miss something to understand what they had. This could be a job. It could be money. So just basically, you may have taken something for granted and now you get it, or you understand it. Or vice versa. Somebody else is realizing that about you. Okay, I'm getting something in regards to someone's health, someone's physical health. Okay, so something is coming off as temptation. I kind of feel like everything in moderation is like what's being said, like everything in moderation. So there could be something that comes your way, and it's like, it's kind of like nobody's around, nobody's looking, but it's you know, and I don't even want to say like God, but just this is kind of something might be like a test for within yourself. It's like, okay, you can have one, but can you handle just having one? So I don't know what this is exactly, but it just kind of feels like, remember that slogan, everything in moderation. So there's something that is also being offered to you, and it's kind of like, can you handle this? Let's see how you handle this situation. Let's start you off with this and see how you're going to respond to that before I give you more. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's what this is. I don't know what this test is or what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a person. I don't know if it's like physical pills or food, drugs, money, or how you earn your money. But it does seem like something is kind of like, let's see. Okay, we're just going to give you a little bit. But whatever this is highly addictive. So be sure you can handle it. Make sure that you're emotionally strong enough to handle this, or mentally strong enough to handle this, even physically. Like something's going on where it's like you're being tested. The other thing I was saying is that a proposal. So if you are going through some sort of a breakup, somebody might realize that they don't want their life without you, which might lead to a whole proposal. There is something going on where you might come to the realization of what triggers you, or you might come to the realization of what you need to do in order to defeat your anxiety or your biggest fears. Something kind of feels like you're looking in a mirror, or you get it, like you get something now. You understand something now. You see your reflection in a person or a situation. I kind of feel like you're afraid of what you want, but like you realize that. Yeah. All right, so moving on to deck number 2. All right, you have the 6 of Coins, the 10 of Knives, the 4 of Wands, the Hermit, Bride of the Knives, overall energy, 5 of Wands, the Empress, and the Priest. Okay, so I kind of feel like someone is getting married to either an exotic dancer, or someone who has an OnlyFans, or someone who does adult films. I feel like somebody is getting married to that person, but there is like this understanding of, I don't know, it's kind of like non-judgmental. It's like I understand that you are doing what you have to do, or maybe even doing what you enjoy, but I just kind of feel that somebody is getting married to this person. And it could be male or female. It just seems like somebody is in the adult entertainment industry. However, I kind of feel that this person is not going to want to do that anymore. Once there is an engagement or once there is a marriage, I kind of feel like somebody is like, I'm ready to let go of that and doesn't want to do it anymore. It might change like career paths, even if this person like initially enjoyed it. It might be the realization that maybe something else was needed in their life. I just kind of feel that this person might end up feeling fulfilled and does not want to do it anymore. The other twist to this is that two people who are both in this type of industry just continue to do it, but do it with each other. Or it's just like, oh no, we don't do films with other people anymore. We just do them with ourselves. Like something of that sort. I know that's probably far out there, but that's kind of like what I'm picking up for somebody. Another thing I'm getting here, I feel that there's a situation where two people are going to make peace with each other or make peace with their decisions. Because I kind of feel like maybe there has been some sort of frustrations or some sort of a blockage, and it just seems like things are going to go back to being like they were. Like a balance is going to be restored into your life, or a relationship that was rocky is going to get better. You also might find yourself making some sort of an agreement. I'm feeling like this is dealing with work permit, something that involves with career. If you are an entrepreneur, I feel that you are gaining like a new client, but it's like you guys are signing some sort of contract or an agreement. Maybe something is like exclusive. If it's a regular 9 to 5, it's like you go in for the interview, they like you, something was competitive, but it does seem that, at some point you make an agreement with this company, so you sign on to them. I'm also getting something about maybe property or real estate. It could be that you're going to purchase a home or some property. Now, it still could be a situation where one contract or one thing falls through, but another thing moves forward. It's possible too that somebody might invite you to something. I feel like there's a decline, but someone declines the invitation but then ends up going. Either way, you might find yourself at some sort of event or celebration. There's also some kind of releasing going on. I feel like maybe you're releasing energy or cutting ties with people, or disconnecting from, maybe you're just disconnecting from your phone or social media. But definitely could be, cord cutting and moving on from certain people. It does seem like ultimately you're ready to move forward after some sort of blockage or difficulties. I also get the energy of someone who is okay, or comes to the terms that it's okay being single or isolated or something of that sort. If you do go to some sort of event, I feel like you are going to be the wallflower. You're going to be the person that is like to yourself and not really socializing with other people. You might just go to some sort of an event to, get out of your comfort zone or to challenge yourself. But even when you do go out, it's like you end up isolating yourself or finding a fun corner to hang in. I feel like you're also going to run into someone who's just very inquisitive. Someone's going to be asking you like a lot of questions and almost childlike. They're, oh, what made you want to work there? How did you become interested in that? Do you think you really, it's almost like they're a little psychiatrist or something, but, or psychologist rather. They're like a little psychologist there because they're picking your brain and they're kind of helping you unlock something within you. But it's like their spirit is childlike. It could be an adult, but it could also be someone that is a child or just much younger than you. And they're just like very inquisitive. They're asking you so many questions. You also could come across as an inquisitive person, very naive or childlike. Seems like there are also things that are going to be revealed to you, or someone is going to admit things or admit something to you. It just seems like the acknowledgement of truth. So I feel like somebody is going to be very honest and very vocal about some things. It could also be that you are the one that is being very vocal with other people. It also seems that in the past you took on some sort of responsibility, or agreed to some sort of responsibility, but maybe it has proven to be too much and you're like, I don't want this responsibility anymore. And so it's likely that you might, give something up because it's just you decide that you don't want that responsibility anymore. This also makes me think of someone who's been adopted or gave someone up for adoption. That part I feel like is past energy, but it could be something new. I don't know. Maybe somebody is thinking about giving a child up for adoption. Or maybe you're just now finding out about your birth mother or father. Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, I kind of feel that someone realizes that they don't want to take on some sort of responsibility anymore. It's like, no, that's too much. I keep hearing the name Chelsea, so I don't know. I don't know who that message is for. I don't know if that's your name or if that is just to confirm that the message is for you. If you know somebody named Chelsea. In regards to something medical, I feel that it's on the mother's side. It runs in the mother's family. But that could also be talking about like a talent or a gift that you have. I feel like you inherited something from your mother's side of the family. So I see something playing out one of two ways. Okay, in regards to something that was like a soul contract or some sort of karmic agreement, I feel that it's been fulfilled. It's been completed. Especially like relationship wise, I feel like two people came together to learn what they needed to learn, and now the contract is resolved. It's ending. It's like, okay, you learned, everybody learned what they needed to learn. Is you can move your separate ways now. I also see something like two people agreeing to move forward together. To move forward together, whether it's in a relationship or start working together as business partners or being hired and starting to work at a company. It just seems like it could go either way. Either this is an agreement to separate because you fulfilled a contract, or it's a new agreement to work together. I still feel like if this is something new that is beginning, that it also at the same time is ending another phase in someone's life. Like for instance, if this is about going into a relationship, then the phase of you being single is coming to an end. That chapter is over. So it could play out either way. If you're not meeting anyone or moving into a new relationship, but rather separating, then you'll know which part was for you. Okay, I'm hearing something like a public apology. It also could be that someone comes into your life, or not comes, like they reach out to you basically seeking forgiveness, and then that's it. Like maybe something was eating away at their soul and they just needed your forgiveness, and then they can like let go. It also could be your energy. Maybe you just want forgiveness and then you can let go or move on. It does seem as if you're going to be doing some kind of healing either way. This is an opportunity for you to heal. If someone had to go through surgery, it's like, okay, whatever this unhealthy thing was that was attached to you has been removed. Now you can heal. If it is about an unhealthy relationship that you've been holding on to. I feel that you can let it go now and heal. It could also be that the relationship itself gets purified, especially if two people are trying to get help together. Maybe two people have agreed to let go of negative things and work on having like a healthy, positive relationship. Could be that too. It also feels like somebody is kind of like saying no more secrets. If you get removed from a situation, even if you weren't trying to remove yourself from a situation, but if you get removed from a situation, I feel like it was for your own good. It was for your own health. Let's say, for instance, you had to move out an apartment. You didn't want to, but you had to move out by force. That could have been for your own good. Like maybe there was some sort of toxic mold growing in that apartment. You didn't even know it. They didn't know it, but source, God had to take you out from that situation to save you. Because if you stayed there, maybe you would have got sick and killed over or whatever. Maybe you had to get away from some sort of toxic career situation because you didn't know that maybe something was going to go down at that company. Maybe there was going to be a fire, or maybe there was going to be some crazy changes that would have drastically affected, your life. So I don't know. I just kind of feel that you're going to be removed from a situation that just is not healthy for you. So I'm also getting something like a possible visitor coming and then going, just kind of like passing through. There could be a moment where you just need time alone, time to yourself. Maybe you are hiding from someone. Maybe you just need to gather your thoughts. But I feel like there's going to be a moment where you just need to be left alone and figure things out on your own without any distractions, any opinions. I also feel that in doing some kind of soul searching, you kind of discover who you are or your darkness, or you have a better understanding of your shadow self. If you study astrology, you also might have a better understanding of your birth chart, a better understanding of patterns in your life and how they work. Something could also mature you. Like you might become, I don't want to say overnight, but I don't know, maybe it is like something, you reach some sort of maturity level overnight. Now, there also could be something significant about an earth sign in your life, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, especially, or an air sign. I feel like somebody also might have a moment where they're like, I think I like, and it sounds bad, but I kind of feel like somebody is going to be like, I think I like toxic people. Like you're just kind of like, I think I like it. If it's not you, that message is not for you. So I'm getting something about a past life. I don't know exactly what. I just kind of feel like somebody is aware that they were alive in the 1920s. Like something about that era is very familiar. And there's still kind of like a love for the 20s because of that. I'm also getting that someone was doing something taboo in their past life, especially going back to the 20s. Like, I'm thinking like those old photographs where, you know, the women are just like, they're like naturally thick and they're like nude and they're kind of like blushing, but not really. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like somebody did nudes in the 1920s, which was just like, you know, so taboo for that period. The other thing is that it could be the perspective of someone who used to look at this picture and they were in love with this person that was kind of like living that life back in the 20s. And it's like that was a non-traditional person. Like this man shouldn't have been in love with this woman who did nudes, or another woman, but that's what they did and they were in love with them. I'm getting something about maybe someone who tried to do some sort of spell work. I feel like either you are protected or you like it's been blocked, or if you've been trying to manipulate someone through spell work, I feel like your efforts are being blocked, or it's wearing off, or wore off, or it was very short lived. I feel like only if something was authentic will it remain or will it manifest. But if not, I just feel like something was only temporarily. I kind of feel like somebody is trying to make you attracted to them, or vice versa. You might be doing it to somebody, but it only lasts for a little bit. All right, so we will move on to deck number 3, but I'll be right back. Now for deck number 3, we have the Page of Wands, the Star, the Four of Swords, the Devil, the Knight of Cups. Overall energy, 9 of Wands, Page of Swords, and the World. All right. So I feel like maybe you have just like completed some sort of chapter in your life, or you're in the middle of this closure. There is still some sort of indication that you might be guarded or defensive, or you don't trust a situation or a person, or maybe you don't trust the universe. Maybe, you know, you're suspicious of, you know, what's to come. You're like, I don't trust the universe. You know, the universe is going to do this. I bet this is going to happen. It just seems like, you know, you're coming off very defensive or guarded in regards to whatever is getting ready to happen in your life. Or that is just like your state of mind right now. You know, you're just kind of in a wounded state. Yeah. I feel like you are also maybe dealing with some kind of insecurities. You might be in some sort of war with yourself. I also feel like maybe you aren't trusting your own intuition, or you don't believe in yourself in a sense. If someone does come into your life, I feel that you're not going to trust this person, or you're going to be just very suspicious. If you have some sort of gift or ability, I feel like you don't really believe in what you're able to do. Maybe you're new at something, so you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know, like I'm new to this, I don't know, you know. So I feel like that is just something that you're needing to overcome. And I feel that like things are going to work out for you. Something's going on where, you know, you're dealing with doubts. And the universe, I feel, is going to give you abundance. But I kind of feel like you might think that something's too good to be true when it happens. I feel like your faith also could be tested. It's weird because I see like there's going to be a moment where maybe your faith is actually going to be restored, but maybe you try to find, you're looking for something. You're like, I know there's something to it. And the thing is, though, I don't like this energy coming up afterwards, because maybe it's like, you know, like I knew it, you know, like I knew there was a catch, or I knew blah, blah, blah. So I do feel that there is something that's going to manifest for you, or something big that's happening, some sort of big dream or wish fulfillment, but there's a catch. There is some sort of a catch. Even if like you get the person of your dreams, or the job of your dreams, there is something about it, about that situation that is going to feel like a burden. Maybe you have that dream job, but you're like, but dang, like the things that I have to do, or the work environment or the hours. Like, it's something that is just like you wanted this, but when you get it, you're like, dang. Or, you know, you get the person of your dreams, but you're like, man, you know, I'm attracted. This is everything I could have hoped and wished for, but it's work. You know, this person is difficult. This person is a wild card. This person is intense. You know, it's just something that's going on where, you know, you end up realizing that there is a catch. You also might find yourself in a codependent situation. It could be that it's you. Maybe you feel stuck in a situation, or you feel like you can't do something alone or by yourself, or somebody is like attached to you because they can't be alone, or because they can't do this or can't do that. Yeah. Make sure too that you aren't holding on to something out of fear, because there's an indication that something could be fear-based. You're only holding on to a relationship because you think you're going to be alone. You're only holding on to a job because you think you're not going to find anything else. So just make sure that you aren't doing something because it's fear-based. Now, I feel like this energy is also describing somebody. Somebody could be a Capricorn. Even if they are, I feel like this is the dark side of Capricorn. Maybe someone's a workaholic, or maybe someone's very possessive or controlling. You also could be dealing with someone who suffers from some kind of codependency to drugs, alcohol, or any type of unhealthy lifestyle. And I feel that regardless, like, you know, you can't escape doing some kind of shadow work. It's like you're always having to deal with, you know, your inner demons in some way, shape, or form. So you might end up in a situation where you're having to face your demons again. You also could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or a water sign. You might experience something both pleasurable and scary in your sleep. So I'm getting one situation where the reason why someone is approaching you is because they're no longer with a fire sign. The other thing I'm getting is that you might end things with a fire sign, and then move on to another situation though. Kind of feels like going from fire sign to earth. There's a possibility too that someone is trying to possess you. Now, from a spiritual perspective, same thing. And I know that sounds scary. I feel that dark energy or dark forces can only manipulate someone that is in a weakened state. Even like if your health is down, I feel like you would have to fight to overcome whatever darkness would be trying to possess you or manipulate your soul. Health-wise, I do feel like maybe someone is dehydrated. Something may be imbalanced health-wise. There's a possibility that a relationship could start off long distance, where there is traveling involved. I'm also getting the energy of someone who was initially guarded, starting to allow themselves to be more vulnerable, including if it's you. You might experience a sad dream. I also feel that somebody is keeping their sadness to themselves, or a sad situation. Somebody is keeping something to themselves. You also might be dealing with something emotional, or holding on to an emotional moment, but at the same time it's like you're praying for happiness or praying for peace, or hoping to come out of a dark situation. I also feel like somebody is praying for you from a distance, or trying to send you some sort of healing energies. I also feel that somebody is wanting forgiveness. Somebody is thinking about you and maybe how something went down. And I feel like this person is hoping that you'll forgive them. I kind of feel too like somebody might visit you in a dream, but they're trying to encourage you not to give up. Yeah, definitely seems like you're, battling, your inner demons in some way. Feels like somebody is also dealing with temptation or trying to tame their inner desires, their inner beast. Somebody's trying to tame that. In a situation where someone is coming off overbearing, I feel like you're needing to set boundaries with this person. There's a lesson to this. Okay, it's some sort of method that I feel like the universe is using to get you to learn something. You might be needing to learn how to set boundaries or to stand up for yourself. I also see a situation though where you have to fight for what you want. Also, if you're being pursued by somebody, it seems like they're borderline possessed. Not possessed, obsessed. Hopefully they're not possessed. But yeah, it seems like this person might be borderline obsessed and very adamant about getting you. Especially if they're a fire sign. Especially Aries or Leo. Okay, so I'm kind of getting to that somebody might be very jealous, and that might be stemming from some sort of insecurities. So I don't know if you're already dealing with this person, but I feel that it brings out a negative trait. Somebody's insecurities, jealousy brings out that it's a negative trait that gets triggered. So if it's not you that becomes very possessive and controlling or mean, when you get jealous, it could be the person that you're dealing with. Even if this isn't something romantic, I don't know, it could be someone at work that doesn't like seeing you talking with other people. And they're like, I thought you was my work friend. You know, just it could be something where somebody just becomes a little bit extreme or might have an extreme response to something. I'm getting another situation with someone who is very disciplined, being tempted to cheat. So it could be that, you know, maybe even if you are the one that is trying to lure somebody or seduce somebody or to get them to cheat, I'm not going to say that they're going to do it, but something's going on in the inside of them. Like they might be coming off as very chill, but on the inside, this person might be losing it. So I don't know if there is someone that you are intentionally trying to flirt with or seduce, or if this is reversed. Especially if you're in a relationship and somebody knows you're in a relationship, they might be doing their best to lure you to them. I do get the energy of someone who is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Someone looks very innocent, but I feel like this person is really kinky, freaky, all of that. I feel like something intense might need to happen to get somebody to come out of their shell. or to overcome their anxiety. I feel like somebody is having to do something, I don't know, I mean, it might be having to take, some liquid courage or something, but I feel like somebody is normally very uptight or nervous, and something is getting this person out of their shell. Maybe you're the person that does this. Again, I'm getting secret visitor. And I'm also getting that somebody might be doing something out of jealousy. Like someone had to become extremely jealous in order to do something that they're doing that's, it seems like it out of character or extreme. Let's say you're in a relationship and you and your partner either live at a distance, or you're supposed to be they're supposed to be somewhere on a business trip. Next thing you know, this person is at your house because they saw something on the internet, and they might be blowing it off like, oh yeah, well, I had to come check on you. I just kind of feel like somebody does something extreme based out of jealousy, but it's kind of like, it's like, obsessive. Yeah. Somebody also might be trying to find out where you live. Don't ask me if you're in trouble. I feel like that is different depending on everybody's situation. But it does seem like somebody might be trying to find out where you live because they want to come to your house. It is possible that you might need security cameras if you don't have them, or you need to take some sort of extra precaution. Also, if you're in a relationship, I feel like somebody has that mentality of, I could take you away. Like, that person is nobody, or because you belong to me, I'm not worried about that, but I'm about to take you away. I kind of feel like somebody is like being bold like that. Like they feel like they can take you away from somebody. Another bold energy I'm getting is somebody who either is straight or same sex. So like a same sex person might feel like, like I could turn you type energy is what I'm getting. It might be a straight person thinking it's about a gay person, but I really kind of feel like it's the other way around. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.